6 races in to the 2021 season, and I'm here to give an update on the 2 brand new teams that have entered into the sport, 23XI and Trackhouse, and let you know how they're doing. What's up, everybody? It's me, Elijah Leonard, the host of Hot Take. This show is returning for the first time in about 2 months, and to be quite honest with you, this is a brand new setup. And if you hear kids in the background, I do apologize for that. My nieces and nephew and my oldest sister and my brother-in-law, which is her husband, they're all up here because of some family situation that had come up. So that's why they're here. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to get into detail on it whatsoever because that is private information. But I will get into some NASCAR related stuff, and to be quite honest with you, I wanted to talk about 23XI and Trackhouse. This is kind of like an update episode of NASCAR Hot Take that I'll probably be doing every 6 races, just to let you know how they're doing, and who's had the advantage, who's had the most points, vice versa, and just give my thoughts and opinions on how basically just how those teams are doing, and give you an opportunity in the comments below or in the chat on the right hand side to let you to just say how you think they're doing as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead, get this party started. And I want to talk about, first of all, 23XI. 23XI was one of those teams that was just so hyped up over in the late in the 2020 season because of the fact that you had Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan get together, create this team. They bought out the charter from Germain Racing, and therefore it became 23XI, and they signed on Bubba Wallace, which had put so much pressure on him to go out and to perform and to win races. But honestly, this year has just not gone the way that any of them had wanted this year. So in the last 6 races, Bubba Wallace has managed to achieve finishes that are within the top 30. He finished 17th, 26th, 22nd, 28th, and 16th both times at Phoenix and this past weekend at Atlanta. And to be quite honest with you, that's the highest that 23XI has finished this year. I probably should mute my phone so that way I don't get any other notifications. They just really haven't been doing the best this year so far, just mainly because, Bubba Wallace is still trying to break into a brand new team. It's like breaking into shoes. You gotta kind of walk around a little bit and wear them enough to where you get comfortable. So I just think that Bubba is still kind of like breaking into new shoes, sort of, and this team is kind of breaking into the sport a little bit. It's kind of, like I said, it's like breaking into new shoes. You gotta run enough races in order to get comfortable, so that way you can make decisions, and that actually will put you in a position to win. So that's what I'm thinking that 23XI is gonna have to do within these next few weeks, because eventually they are going to get better. It's just a matter of if they can actually make the right calls and, basically make the right choices on track, especially on Bubba Wallace's part, since he is the driver, just to put it like that. Now, shifting gears to Trackhouse. This is another team that got hype but didn't get as much as 23XI did. Trackhouse is owned by both Justin Marks and Pitbull, and I honestly think that's an interesting combination of co-owners for one team. Within the first 6 races of the 2021 season, Daniel Suarez and Trackhouse Racing have achieved finishes of 36th, 16th, 15th, 26th, 21st, and 17th place. So you could definitely say that Trackhouse has a little bit of an upper hand when it comes to consistency. So now it kind of comes down to the question of which team is doing better. If you look at the points, and I actually have basically been scoring on some points for both of the teams just to keep track of how they're doing. Points wise, it's 23XI. Consistency wise, it's Trackhouse. And they're both right about the same. Both of the teams are kind of doing having very similar performances this year. And seeing as how they both got the exact same amount of points, it's ranging from kind of just having to do with stage points and also points from finishing in a certain position in a race. It kind of goes back to consistency and just points, and you know, I'm not making a lot of sense when I'm saying this kind of stuff, because I'm not really the best at statistics or numbers in the whole world, but I try my best to explain or show. But you know, it's gonna be interesting to see what these next 6 races are gonna have to offer to us, because next week we are going to Bristol, but it's gonna be on the dirt track, so it's gonna be randomly up in the air at this point as to how both of those teams will perform. I'm gonna say for this week, the slight advantage is gonna go to 23XI, because if you remember, Bubba Wallace has raced on dirt before, twice in the Truck Series, the inaugural race and the 2014 event at Eldora, which he had won that race, by the way. So it will be interesting. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. It's Bristol dirt. Anything can happen. It's kind of just, it's unpredictable of how that race is going to go, because this is going to be the first dirt race for the Cup Series in a long time. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes and just hope for the best. But that's pretty much going to do it for this week's edition, for today's edition of NASCAR Hot Take. What do you guys think of this ongoing battle between 23XI and Trackhouse? Who do you think is doing better, and who do you think is going to have the upper advantage within these next 6 races? Be sure to leave a comment down below, or leave a comment in the chat on the right hand side of the screen. And that pretty much does it for me. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like. If you have not considered subscribing yet, I recommend you do so to keep up with some fine content coming out in the near future. And that about does it for me. I'll see you in the next one.